Valley Club, we got some good news and some bad news. The good news is we are finally, after a long time, getting the Annihilation Raid Omega version. Yeah, it is coming next week. And in this video, we're going to talk about what you and your alliance need to do to prepare for it. But we got some bad news as well. The Immortal Weapons team, they are going to be required for the new version of the Annihilation Raids, both the normal and Omega version, which means that we're still going to need to build Alpha Flight for those old Spotlight 2 raids. And in order to see what all this means, then you know what to do, Valley Club. Find a like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day. And I hope you and your alliance are ready for the Omega version of these Annihilation raids. Yeah, when we got the normal version of the Annihilation raids launched, we did not get Omega version. Previously, when they've launched new raids in the past, we've got a normal version and a harder version for late game alliance as well. We never got that Omega version. It is coming next week though. We're gonna talk all about that. And if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Marvel Strike Force video goes up on the channel. But let's get into the advanced copy of the blog all about the Annihilation Omega raid. They are coming next week Friday, so hopefully you and your alliance are ready. So this is going to be about Gear Tier 20. You don't have any purple ISO 8 requirements, but it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of purple ISO 8 rewards either. So what it says, increase your Gear Tier 20 supplies with the new Annihilation Omega raids. This is teaming with determined enemies, but you'll take home more rewards for your effort. Here is how it works. So it's going to use the same Annihilation raid energy. If we go into the game, we see that there's two raid energies, the green and the purple. Spotlight is the purple, so the current raid, whatever the Annihilation raid, that is the green. So it's going to take that same green raid energy. Rewards are going to be based on alliance completion percentage. So the completion percentage is calculated a little differently than the normal version. You do need to get 100% on this to get the full rewards. With the normal Annihilation raid version, you don't need to get 100% for your alliance to get the complete reward. So also possesses the new additional difficulty 10, which requires the new Immortal Weapons team. So they're not in the game yet. This raid is coming next week Friday, so it doesn't look like you'll be able to get these get this raid on launch because we won't have a full Immortal Weapons team. Each strike team features 6 lanes. Here is how the new raid lanes look. So let me zoom in on this. If we look at the layout of the new raid, it starts with the skill section, which should be pretty easy. Vigilantes should cover this, and they're a great team anyway, so they're worth building up. I don't think anybody should have trouble with this first mission here, unless you're newer mid-game alliance. Then we have the global missions, which is related to the domain, not necessarily the origin trait like a lot of the raid lanes are, but this fits perfectly with the Uncanny Avengers, and they are required for this at higher difficulties. So Vigilantes, then Uncanny Avengers, and then Mutants, which would be the Hellfire Club at higher difficulties. But the interesting thing here goes down from 6 lanes to the next section, 4 lanes of Mutant. Now, the way the current Annihilation raids are designed, there are some optional Gear Tier 20 sections. I don't think these are optional, but I do think that these red sections here are for Gear Tier 20. Like I said, it doesn't say that specifically in this, but just that's what I'm assuming, just based on the current design of the Annihilation raids and the way this is structured with these red nodes. So if what I'm assuming is correct, that means everyone would need to have, for this section at least, the Mutant section, would have to have their Hellfire Club built up, but only 4 members of the alliance would have to have their Hellfire Club at Gear Tier 20. Like I said, that's what I'm assuming. It doesn't say that specifically in this, but that is what it looks like here. Next is the Bio section, which is the Thunderbolts. Next is the Tech section, which is the Insidious 6 plus Shocker and Vulture. And then again, it goes down from 6 lanes to 4, and these are the most recent teams. Hellfire Club, then we had Insidious 6, and then we got the new Mystic team, which is the Immortal Warriors. Immortal Warriors? Is that the name of their team? I just forgot the name of their team. Yeah, the Immortal Weapons, not the Immortal Warriors. Immortal Weapon team. The Mystic section, and then again goes down to 4 lanes here. I'm assuming these 4 lanes are Gear Tier 20 for these characters. And then you got the final boss. 4 lanes on the final boss here. Let's zoom back out to 100%. So so we can see everything here. And actually, let's go to 125%. But as far as your checklist, you put your top squads on high alert because you need major firepower to brave the enemies that await Omega. The purple isolated requirements won't increase. This is pretty big here for Omega, so there's no reason to upgrade to level 4 and level 5 for this raid. Use all of that stuff specifically for Blue Marvel. It is not required for the raids right now, so you just invest in it on the characters you're taking to the Blue Marvel missions. Here's a rundown of the traits difficulty. So like I said, as you increase the difficulty, the traits become more and more restrictive. Difficulty 8 and 9, it looks like all of these are restricted as well. So Vigilantes, like we said, then Uncanny Avengers, then Hellfire, then again another Hellfire node, then Thunderbolts, then the 3 Insidious 6 and Shocker Vulture. Also, same thing on the next node there, Immortal Weapons or Night Stalkers. And then at difficulty 10, only the Immortal Weapons there. And then for the boss, no restrictions. As you can see, all nodes are required in Omega to 100% completion. So there are 2 nodes for the first Mystic section on difficulty 10. Immortal Weapons are required to complete the raids. Remember, you cannot scale down the difficulty on the individual nodes with Omega raids, so work with your alliance leaders to coordinate which difficulty you want to try. So it looks like on day 1, no one is going to be able to do difficulty 10 because it doesn't look like the full Immortal Weapon team will be released by next week, Friday. So looks like everyone is going to be starting on difficulty 9. And I guess that's a good thing to prepare for, to prepare your Immortal Weapons and get them to gear 220, everything like that. And then we're also getting some updates to the Annihilation 2 raids. Also, just a normal Annihilation 2 raids, not the non-Omega version. So a couple of new things here. The Mystic node is moving to the end of the lane right before the bonus node. So kind of to highlight the Immortal Weapons trade. Night Stalker's mission now allow the Immortal Weapons trade. So they are completely optional for the Annihilation 2 non-Omega version. So if you don't have them unlocked, don't worry. And if you're doing the normal version, the Omega version, I keep getting confused the name. If you're doing the Omega version, if you're doing difficulty 9, it doesn't look like you need Immortal Weapons yet, but if you do difficulty 10, you will need them. Here's how they look by difficulty as well. So again, difficulty 8 and 9 which is the most restrictive. Again, pretty much the same thing. Vigilantes, Uncanny Avengers, Thunderbolts, Hellfire, Insidious 6, the Shocker Vulture, and then we have the Immortal Weapons or Night Stalkers, then 2 optional lanes, Hellfire Club optional lane, and then the Insidious 6 Shocker Vulture optional lane. These previous optional lanes did require gear tier 20. It doesn't look like, I guess that's a good thing that they haven't changed these characters or haven't changed these teams, because as of right now, it still is the Hellfire Club and the Insidious 6 Shocker Vulture for this. Normally what I'm doing on this one, because you can switch the difficulty on the normal version, do difficulty 9 on all of these, and then on these, which require gear tier 20, switching back to gear difficulty 7, and then on the final boss going back up to difficulty 9. So that is what we're doing right now, and maybe we'll have to do that in a mega version as well. So all the dates here, the raid updates go live on November 7th. Again, that is next week, Friday. So get your alliance ready by then, and you'll get even more gear tier 20 pieces. Unfortunately, no more ISO 8 purple 4 and 5. I guess they're going to start releasing that once more, like more freely, once more people have Blue Marvel unlocked, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So let me know what your thoughts on this. Like I said, some good news and some bad news. I think the worst news out of this, all the stuff for the Annihilation raids look good, but this sucks for the Spotlight 2 raids because the Alpha Flight is such a bad team. They're the oldest raid team. They're the only raid team with pre-Ares stats. And unfortunately, if you want to complete the Alpha Flight, the Spotlight raids, someone in your lines, a few people in your lines have to build that Alpha Flight team. So yeah, hopefully they make some switches. Maybe they take them out of the Spotlight 2 raids. Maybe there's another raid team coming that has some extra value. Let me know what you're thinking we're doing with the Spotlight 2 raids. But yeah, great thing with the Annihilation raids and the Omega version. Let me know your thoughts on all this. Hopefully you got some value from the video. And if you did, leave the video a like. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. And if you want to see the only 10 teams that you you need to win in Marvel Strike Force. They're not necessarily the best teams because Alphalite is still one of those teams. Check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, guys. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.